Hello, I hope all is well. So, I was recently looking through my bank and I came across a couple of dark totems that I'd been holding onto for quite some time. Now, these allow you to fight Skotizo, which I never did until recently because a while back, and I never looked into this, somebody told me that you could not kill him on a 60 attack, 1 defense pure, but as it turns out, that was just fake news. It's actually pretty easy and can probably be done by pretty much anyone with at least 37 prayer, 70 magic, and around 70 range or so. Now, I take a rune pouch with runes for Ice Barrage to help out with the demon spawns, and I'll show that later and explain a little bit. It's important to note that if you die during an instanced fight with Skotizo, you will lose all your items dropped on the ground. So because of this, I don't take things like Ranger Boots, Tunic, or a Robin Hood hat to go with my Archer Ring Imbued, Armadale Crossbow, and Necklace of Anguish. Instead, I'm going to opt for some cheaper prayer boosting items. I also take some brews, super restores, ranging potions, and a few food to round out the inventory. I will say though, with my stats, this inventory is complete overkill. You are not going to need 10 brews, but maybe if you're only like 70 magic and 70 range, it would be helpful to have a setup like this. Don't forget your totem and to teleport out. To get to Skotizo, just go down the main entrance in the Catacombs of Korend and use the totem on the altar right by the rope. Before you go in, do make sure that you're not risking anything that you are unwilling to lose. Once you get into the room with Skotizo, make sure you put on Protect from Magic right away. He attacks with magic and melee, but he won't approach you, so you can negate all damage done by him simply by keeping out of range of the melee attack and using Protect from Magic, which is really nice. I start out with Ruby Bolts Enchanted as the special can do some substantial damage and really help you out. I like to switch to the Diamond Bolts Enchanted around half health. You do have to keep an eye out for the Awakened Altars. There are a total of 4 of them, 1 at each of the 4 cardinal directions. And each one that's active increases Skotizo's defense, so you'll want to take care of them when they pop up. Now, if there's only 1, you can pretty easily ignore it, but once there are like 3 or 4, you're going to really have trouble doing a lot of damage, so you're going to need to go ahead and dispatch the altars. Just keep Protect from Magic on and kill them with range. Once you've gone around and killed them, go ahead and go back to Skotizo. Don't worry if there's still 1 lit. It's not going to cause you too much trouble. Once he gets down to around half health, the Dark Ankus will spawn. This is probably the hardest part if you are a pure, because you can't tank them. It's still not very hard though. This is also where the Ancient Magics come in handy. The best way to handle these guys is to get them in a group or a line and cast Ice Barrage on the closest one to you. You could also use Blitz or Burst if you don't have Barrage, but block the first one by freezing him and just kind of stand at least 1 square away. You can then continue killing Skotizo until the freeze wears off. Then you simply recast your freeze spell on the closest one to you and step 1 square away. The most important thing is to make sure that you keep Protect from Magic up and stay out of Skotizo's melee range, as he is the most threatening thing to your life when down here. The Demon Spawns and Dark Ankus, I believe, have a max hit of 8, but there are 4 of them, so that can add up pretty quick if you're not careful. So just make sure you keep refreezing them and keep them off you while you are focusing on killing Skotizo. The fight here is really pretty routine. There's not a whole lot of difficulty to it. Honestly, the hardest part about Skotizo is getting the totem pieces. You have to get a dark totem base, middle, and top, all from killing monsters in the Catacombs of Korend, and that can take quite some time to get all 3 pieces. I had a total of 3 totems between the collection that I already had in my bank, and I've been doing some barraging on the Dust Devils down in the Catacombs, and I've got another couple pieces from that. Skotizo himself has a pretty high chance of dropping a piece. I was not lucky enough to get one. He also has a 1 in 5 chance of dropping an elite clue and a 100% drop rate of hard clues. He doesn't have a whole lot of bad drops, with only a few things on his drop table being worth less than 100k and the majority being between 100 and 300k. I managed to get some Torstal, some Runite bars, and some Snapdragon from the 3 totems for a total of about 550k, along with the clues and ancient shards, so overall not too bad. Alright, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I also hope that if you have some dark totems or some pieces knocking around in your bank that you consider trying to kill Skotizo, and that maybe you'll get yourself a decent drop or a good clue reward. If you have any questions about any of the methods used to kill him, please ask in the comments section, and I'll leave you with a clip of the exact reason why you should use Ruby Bolts Enchanted. That's why. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.